Hey everyone, it's Niflarian with a wibbly wobbly video. There is new content inbound for Bid Heroes, and that means new familiars. Well, new familiar, I guess, is more accurate. The new invasion comes with a chance to grab alternate versions of past Sardanex familiars, where the only change is their cost. Check out some of my past sneak peek videos for some of the better options to grab, such as Veduce or Itrolf X. However, there is also a brand new familiar coming out, and he's going to be the familiar to make. After I go over his stats, his bonus, and his skills, towards the end, I'm going to have a really short, in a nutshell, what this familiar is. Please check it out. I think it's the most accurate thing ever. You're going to be able to have an in-game in-game desirable bait super early on in the game, before you even get to don the best set in the world, Witch'em. His name is XL-Tarbis 1610B, and while y'all know I don't put too much stock into going hard right away, I absolutely will be doing so for Tarbus. I do want to say thank you to Kongregate for giving me this opportunity and mention that everything in this video is subject to change. Let's hop into our time machine and check him out. His description is every event, every year, all at once. Tarbus is a bait tank that is going to take over, focused on not getting hit and also attacking enemies with a small extort. He takes 1 XL-Tarbis from Raid 4, 300 of the new material Synchronite, and 200,000 gold. That is honestly pretty cheap when you consider that Grandpa Hef takes something like 650 materials, but beware that the new invasion will not be in the regular rotation and only pulled out for special events, so farm it while you can. Stat-wise, Tarbus is a damn near perfect bait, with a stat spread of 78, 16.6, 10. That means he can bait for any mythic DPS familiar, even Volfi. His built-in bonus is also insane. Remember how I mentioned how you get him before Witch'em? Well, I mentioned that because his bonus is Witch'em. He gets 30% evade and 15% chance to attack closest enemy and shield self for 100% whenever he does evade. It is super important to max out evade on him and take advantage of that, and you can get there with 1 pump and the evade chip, so you get 2 extra pumps for anything else you want. I wonder what I'm going to end up using. Maybe barrier. I don't know, I'll be trying out lots of different combinations, so stay tuned for what I find out once he's released. Most familiars live and die by their skills though, so let's take a look at those. The first 0 SP skill is called Fast Forward and is a basic drain skill where it drains the strongest for 56%. Having drain always available is a phenomenal benefit and will help to keep Tarbus alive. Since Tarbus is a mythic, he also gets an extra skill, and that extra skill is also a 0 SP, meaning he always has access to it, and it's called Rewind, which is a spread heal for 52%. 0 SP spread heal already puts him above Glarzos in the skill department in my mind, since Glars at 0 SP can only heal themselves. This skill will actually just rewind the damage that's occurred. The 1 SP is called Cannon Event, which is where Tarbus gets to finally use that big cannon that is totally a cannon and nothing else to damage furthest for 157%. This will likely be targeting other baits, so having high power is great for this skill. At 2 SP we get some shielding with bigger on the inside. This shields self for 152%. While it isn't spread, it will definitely pump up some mitigation if his built-in bonus isn't proccing enough for you, but you're probably not going to use the skill all that much. For the 3 SP, we get Time Warp, which damages strongest for 162% and then goes back in time to damage weakest as well for 118%. Personally, I would probably avoid using this skill since for 3 SP it isn't doing that much. Plus, if you're at this point, you're probably saving up for a 4 SP skill. And that 4 SP skill is Regenerate, which is huge in Doctor Who, which this familiar is based on, and is also huge for this familiar. It's a giant drain target for 202% and has a small 20% recoil. Over double Tarbus's power in a drain is awesome. It's going to heal them up so much and also do a ton of damage, and you only have a 20% recoil as like the payment for it. That is phenomenal. But alright, I told you about the skills, I told you about the bonuses. I actually have a way to explain this familiar in a nutshell, and here it is.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
That's XL-Tarbis 1610B. What do you think? From looking at this, I have to say that I am sad to say that my Thunmolf might just live in the stable from now on and never get to come into battle. Tarbus is just that good. I love Thunmolf. Tarbus is just better across the board. I'm endgame, and so he's going to be useful, but I'm trying to imagine someone that's in tier 7 with a mythic bait familiar that has built-in Witchem. They would be actually unstoppable. Other Bit Heroes content creators argue about whether Glarsdos or Olatus is the better bait, but I think that Tarbus just is going to pop in and make them both irrelevant. They're that good. Tell me what you think though in the comments down below, and as always, if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on this new invasion grind.